Hi, I'm Katie Couric. Welcome to Eye to Eye. The poisoning death of a former Soviet KGB agent caught the world's attention as the story unfolded like the pages of some kind of spy novel. Harry Smith spoke with his widow, Marina, and family friend, Alex Goldfarb, about their new book and the events that led to his murder.
Did your husband really believe he was poisoned by agents of the Russian government?
When Sasha died, he didn't know actually it was polonium, but he believed he was poisoned.
He believed he was poisoned?
Yes.
Why did he think someone from the Russian government would want to kill him?
Sasha was very openly critics of Russian government, and maybe he didn't have very special secrets of Russia, but he was a person who stayed against what happened in the last years in Russia.
Right.
And sometimes he stayed opposite of Russian President Mr. Putin.
Right. So as an outspoken critic,
Yes.
he's living in London. Why would, you must think about this all the time, why would they want to reach all the way over to London to kill him?
No, it's actually quite difficult to explain still, but what is more important for me, it's like part of investigation, what already did by Scotland Yard.
Right.
And what we received already, first suspect and name, Andrei Lugovoy.
Yeah, yeah. Do you believe Andrei Lugovoy, that British want to charge him with murder? Do you believe he murdered Sasha?
Well, I believe the British, we don't know the details of the police file, but what we do know, the trail of polonium, this radioactive substance that killed Sasha, which Lugovoy left before he met him, shows, and the British say it's unequivocally, it shows that it was him. And there's another aspect of it. This is what the British do not tell us, but this is what nuclear experts tell us, that the polonium chemically and radiochemically can be traced to the actual reactor when it was done, and it's a Russian reactor.
We need to explain this as a bigger story, because your husband was a former secret agent, lives in London, was patroned by Berezovsky, was an oligarch who was also at odds with the government of Putin. Your husband was also a very outspoken critic of Russia's involvement in Chechnya, was a supporter of some of the journalists who have since been killed. Are we living in a new age where Russia is not afraid to punish people who are in opposition to its government?
Well, there is nothing new in a critic of the regime being killed. What is new that it happened in the center of London, and it was done using a radioactive substance which is as good for a dirty bomb, for example, as anthrax.
It's like a personal dirty bomb.
Yes, it's a personal dirty bomb.
Here's what doesn't make sense to me, though. This is so traceable. Anyone who uses it knows this is traceable. This trace goes all the way back, right back to Moscow.
No, quite on the contrary. The polonium is a kind of radioactivity which is not easily traceable. The British uncovered it just by chance.
Just by mistake.
On the last day of his illness. Had they not uncovered it, it would be an unexplained death. And the very reason why polonium, which is not detectable by normal hospital or police equipment, it's a special kind of radioactivity, the very reason it was used because it was not supposed to be found.
Should people in the free world be concerned about the government of Vladimir Putin?
Well, either way you turn it, whether it was the government or it was some unauthorized use of this weapon of mass destruction, it's pretty scary. But we have reasons to believe that it's the government, and Sasha himself said it was Putin, because he knows the man personally. And this has to do with bitter personal rivalry between Putin, Berezovsky, and Sasha, who belonged to Berezovsky camp. And this describes the kind of regime it is.
You think it's personal, or is it political?
Well, it's personal and political, because it's inseparable. When a person runs a country and it's nearly a dictatorship, then l'état c'est moi, the state is myself. So it's both personal and political.
Right. Are you at all concerned for your safety? You have written this book together. You expose what you believe is the truth of this story. Are you concerned for your safety?
Even what happened with Sasha, and he knew about Russia's rules to kill anybody who criticized openly And it's like some, not constitution, but it was rights to do it.
Yeah, they feel like they have the right
exactly,
to do it.
Even he felt safe in London.
Yeah.
And of course he couldn't predict that something could happen against him in London. Even he became British citizen in the 13th of October. And after what we did already, of course, I can't say I feel unsafe in London. I still feel very safe.
In conclusion.
Well, after the discovery of polonium, of course, I'm a little bit concerned about my own situation. But after what happened to Sasha, somebody has to tell the story.